Well, welcome back. Today's day 7, and today we're going to talk about the FREC violations. Now, the FREC violations, when it comes to the pre-sales, you really don't have nothing to worry about because there's only 2 questions. However, when it comes to the brokers, yeah, this is a problem for you. This is a 8-question test on the state. Now, the violations could be a little tricky because it comes with the disciplines of the FREC. First, let's go over the violations themselves. The least uh, the least violation will be a notice of non-compliance. Well, a notice of non-compliance is nothing more than a slap on the wrist. Now, you're going to be given 15 days to correct. If in those 15 days you don't correct, then you're going to be given a citation. Now, a citation is a fine. You have to pay for that. You could argue it, but it's going to be 250, 500 bucks. Sometimes it's just better to pay for it and be done with it, and that's it. The next one is they can give you a fine up to $5,000 per offense. Suspension, they could suspend your license, or they could revoke your license completely. Those are the power that the FREC has. What they can't do is imprison a licensee, but they could certainly do what? Seek it. You can go to DOJ, and they could tell the DOJ exactly what they need, and they'll go after you. Now, what are the steps? Well, you got step 1. Step 1 means that the problem that happened must be legally sufficient. This is looked into by the investigator. The investigator looks at the complaint and will establish whether he needs to proceed or she needs to proceed any further. Did you break a state law? Did you break a FREC rule? What about a DBPR violation? Any of those. If you didn't, then it ends right there. There's nothing to talk about. If you did, now it's the investigator's job to look into it further. Now, who do you think is the number one person who does file a complaint? I will tell you, it's somebody in your office. It's a person you trust. Here's something you need to learn. Everyone in your office is your competition. So learn that and learn that quickly. All right. Step 1. You broke some kind of rule, some kind of law. Investigator has to go and investigate. The investigator only has 3 things he can do or she can do. Number 1, he's going to go to the office and do his investigation. He has the power to give you a notice of non-compliance, meaning it's a minor infraction. You did something minor. And I will tell you what something minor is. It would be like your sign. You don't have a sign. Or you forgot to sign something. Or you're missing your tax IDs, your certificate of occupation. Minor things that could be fixed. Then he has to give you 15 days to correct. After that, he's going to give you a citation. Depending on the issue, that's going to depend on that type of citation you're going to get. That's it. This is the length of his power. Now he's going to write a report. This report is called a docket. I don't know why they call it that, but it's a report. And what happens is that I'm tired, my arms are hurting. Is that his job is finished. He's going to send this to FREC, and now FREC is going to have to decide what to do. Are they going to pursue? Are they going to let it go? Are they going to send the the broker or the agent a letter of guidance, or they see enough evidence here to go to step 4. By the way, step 3 is called the probable cause panel. And this is 2 members of FREC. If they see problems, probable cause, then they need to send it over to the administrative complaint. And here's where you're going to get a letter. And this letter is going to say, you did all these things wrong, and these are your fines. After an agent gets the letter, they have 21 days to respond. They have 2 choices, one of 2 choices. One, accept everything and do what is known as an informal complaint, which means you're going to negotiate the fees. The other one is formal. So if you choose the formal complaint, the informal, I mean, you go back and you stipulate the charges. If you use a formal complaint, you're taking a trip to Orlando. When you take a trip to Orlando, this trip is going to be in front of a judge. This judge is from Doha, and that's a division of Department of Administration of Hearing. This judge has to be 5 years in the business and will listen to your case. That's all he does, or she does. All right, so I took a break, going back. So I left off on step 5. Now, after the agent or broker talked to the judge, then the judge has to file a recommended order. That recommended order is another report. And in that report, the judge has to put clear and concise evidence. No mitigation, no hearsay, not what he thinks. That goes back to FREC. The other 5 members get it. The 2 members from the probable cause panel are excused. And that's because they don't want nobody to be biased. So now, once FREC receives it, FREC needs to make a decision. What is that decision? Accept, reject, or modify what the judge says. Then it's sent back to the agent or broker. Once the agent or broker receives it, check this out. I don't know if you caught that. Once the agent receives it, then the agent has 1, pay everything, 2, appeal it. Where do you appeal it? In the District Court of Appeals in the county where the agent or broker lives. If you win the appeal, they have to drop everything. If you lose the appeal, then you're going to end up paying. Anyway, that's the process. And today's my 7th day. 1 day at a time. I'm having a hard time today, though, I'll tell you. It's too hot.